Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you how to study smart, not hard. We have seen most of the times people are trying to study 9 or 10 hours a day, but even 50% of the information won't stay in their minds. Please stop studying like this, or everybody in our lives tells us study, but no one else tells us how to study. Now you clicked in this video, I'm sure you are struggling with efficient studying. I'll tell you how to study and how much time do we need for efficient studying, and how to study, how much time to study in a day, and how to reduce our studying time. So stay tuned. Before the tips, I should tell you that the number of the hours that we study is not important. What is stick in here is. This is the biggest mistake, that we focus on the hour that we study instead of what will affect in here and what will remain. You have experienced 12 hours of studying one night before your exam. You feel agitated, you feel demotivated, and you're obsessed with how to get high score in your exams. Studying is one thing, storing the information in your mind is another thing. Does it really make any sense to study 12 hours a day? Let me tell you an example. If I give you a book and ask you to tell me whatever the concept you got from this book, and I gave you just 2 months. My question is, do you start reading that book in the first day I gave you the book, or you just postpone it to maybe the last week of the month? And when it comes, you start studying it in a hurry. The solution is, when I tell you you have just 2 months for reading the book, consider it just 1 month and divide the pages of that book into 1 month. Maybe it's 300 pages. Divide it into 1 month and it will be 10 pages every day. And you have another 1 month free. You can also use that free time for finding another information and more information about the topic or about the book that I gave you. And you have enough time for memorizing it. For memorizing technique, I'll tell you more in a minute. You can also use this technique in your exams. Maybe your exam is in 19th of April and now it is March 1st. Make your plan that your exam is 1 week before the deadline, April 12th. It's the way you can trick your brain to study before the actual time, and most importantly, efficiently, and you won't be depressed on 19th April and the day of exam. The next step is using from Feynman technique. Richard Feynman was a physicist, and he believed that using from complex and vague words is the cause of not being clear and lack of understanding. This technique has 4 main key steps. Choose a subject you want to learn, explain it for someone, simplifying and summarizing, and the last one is review. The first one, choose a subject you want to learn. The most important thing in order to study smart and efficient is choosing a topic based on your desire. Once you choose your favorite topic, take a sheet of paper and write out everything is in your mind about that topic you read before. Prioritize your subjects based on your desire and based on importance. It needs just 2 hours. Don't say I have to study this subject 8 hours. This is time wasting. You have already saved your 6 hours, and try to divide that 6 hours into other subjects. When you do this, it leads us to the next step. The next one, explain it for someone. Pretend you're going to a conference and you speak about that topic in there. As we know, telling what we learned to someone is the phenomenal way to make it possible to remain in our minds, to remain information into our minds forever, at least for a long period of time. The next step, simplifying and summarizing. Review your written topic and make sure to not use from difficult and complicated words. If you did, find the simple words for that to make it more comprehensible, and read it once again if it's a long text. Make it shorter until it becomes more explainable. There is no need to be complicated in speaking. And the last step, review. It means to measure yourself. How effective was your explanation? Which parts did you frustrated? And did you feel yourself free with your audiences or not? If you did, it's a good sign. But if you don't, it's the way you can use from this technique for deep understanding and using from your maximum potential. Step number 3, stop pseudo studying. In order to study smart, you need to eliminate pseudo studying. For those who don't know what is pseudo studying, I gave you a short introduction. Pseudo studying is a kind of studying that you really don't focus on your subjects that you read. You just sit somewhere with your books or with your laptop and you just read the text and you think that you're studying, but you're not. The reality is you're studying and struggling with different problems at the same time. Maybe it's a stress of exam, or you hadn't a good day in office. Research showed that women can do different things at the same time. I mean, she can text to someone and speak with you at the same time. But men aren't able to do this. If you're a girl watching this video, so wish you the best. Number 4, study actively. We have 2 ways of learning whatever we want. It's a language, it's our schools or universities books, whatever. We have 2 ways. The first one is to memorize everything that flows in your mind all the time and you can't even use it because it's not active. And the second way is to understand what you're gonna memorize. Understanding gives you a better idea of how does the things work, and memorization is you just add more knowledge into your memory that even you won't be able to use it. To study actively, you need to teach whatever you learned or studied for someone. The data we got from different platforms, it's passive, and then it becomes active when you teach it or tell it for someone else. If you have no one, just tell to yourself. Stand in front of a mirror and speak. But actually, I don't suggest this option, not because it doesn't work, but if your financial situation is good, just buy yourself a camera and record yourself. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It can help you to eliminate your fear of speaking in front of a camera and to study actively and efficiently. And one more thing as a psychological point, to connect the things you want to learn, maybe it's a word or a phrase, whatever, with your emotions. Just feel yourself in that situation. For example, exhausted. It means to be very tired. Imagine that one day you come from work and you're very tired. Instead of using I'm very tired, just say I'm exhausted. It's the way that something will remain into your long-term memory forever. Number 5, visualize your studying. It's the way that you memorize the material's name by visualizing them. Imagine a room with different materials in it, like couches, pillows, closets, whatever is in the room. In order to visualize them, you walk just through the room and change the place of the materials and say its name loudly. For example, I think I have to change the couch over here. The color of this closet is black and I think the red one is good. Whatever you say in your language, say it in English. The next step is immersion. The key point for smart studying is immersion. For example, if you want to learn a new language, you have to immerse yourself into it. Watch videos, films, documentaries, musics, anything that relates to that language. Immersion is the key to become successful in any part of our lives. It's really a powerful technique to study or to learn something and taking advantage in a short period of time. And the last one, spaced repetition. First, we should know what is spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is a memory technique that involves reviewing and recalling information. It keeps the information fresh in your mind and forces you to use active recall. And it's extremely effective for improving long-term memory recall and the most powerful technique for improving your brain's ability to remember what you study. Optimal time interval for spaced repetition is 1 day, 7 days, 16 days, and the last one, 35 days when the information is first reviewed. It means to review the topic at the day first, review it again in 7 days after the first repetition, do it again in 16 days, and the last repetition after 35 days. This is for a long period of time. For short term, try this. Study 25 minutes and then 5-minute breaks and repeat it for 3 times in a row. When you take a break between each 25 minutes, your brain do some process on the data and informations to send them in your short-term memory. For sending it into your long-term memory, I talked about that in previous sections. And also you can use from these techniques into your exams. For spaced repetition, you have lots of things to do. You can use from Anki app, you can use from homemade flashcards and so on. If you're using from flashcards, try to draw some pictures of the new words decide that. So this was for today's video, and I hope it was entertaining and helpful and you enjoyed from watching this video. Thanks for watching the video up to end. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for my next video notification, and please motivate me with your likes and sharing my videos with your friends. Wish you the best.